Hey, what's going on? This is going to be a quick case study breakdown on how Twain from Sensational Finish Detailing has added, I think it's $12,200, something like that in the past 23 days. So as you can see here, we started this campaign around May 15th. So far, we're averaging a $7 cost per lead. And then based on that, you see here from his tracking sheet, we have closed, just around $13,115 in revenue since the 15th. And we're getting around like a 23% booking rate on these leads, which means for every like $30, $40 we spend, we'll book a $500, $600 coding job. Now, in terms of the actual process, this has worked not only for Twain, but also as you can see here, let's say like, Kurt from KG Auto, 16K in 60 days, Anthony from Anthony's Mobile Detailing, 10,227 days, 7,311 days, 8,921 days, and so on and so forth. And you can also check out their case studies here or on my YouTube channel as well. Now, in terms of the process, the way we're doing it, it's fairly straightforward. We are using social media advertising, so Facebook ads, Instagram ads, targeting vehicle owners in Twain's area, so the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And the interested ones, they click on the ad and they will submit their information, become a lead. And at that point, either number one, they'll call him directly if they're super interested, super high intent, or number two, if they don't call, I'll text information straight to his phone so that way he can call him up, close him on the phone, and book him in for a job. Now, a lot of detailers have tried this sort of process before, but with very mixed results. Like it doesn't always work for everybody. And there's a few very simple reasons why. The first would be the actual offer that they're running. The second would be the type of ad. And the third is the actual sales process on the back end, because usually detailers are struggling with two main issues. Number one is the type of leads that are coming in, right? A lot of times the leads that are coming through the ads, they're cheap leads, they're unqualified, they are looking for like a really cheap $200 wax. They don't even know what a coding is, so it's very difficult to close those types of leads. And then number two, once we're actually getting the right kinds of leads on the phone, people that do have the money that are interested in coding, it's having the right sales process in place to book them in at least a 15 to 25% booking rate on the coding packages. So we'll kind of go over each of those issues one by one. So the first issue is the actual offer that people are running in the ads. So what most detailers do, what most marketing companies do when they run ads, is they'll just lead with an ad that says something like this. So on the ad, it'll say, click here to get 20% off your ceramic coating, or next 10 people only get $200 off your ceramic coating, or click here to get a free quote. What happens is when you run offers like these, it attracts like a very, very cheap style of customer, like people that are looking for discounts, people that are looking for the cheapest price, etc., not necessarily best quality. So what we do instead is we would lead with the actual pricing of the ad. So for instance, something like, ceramic coating starting at, XYZ price. So ceramic coating starting at $795, $895, etc. So what happened is if someone sees the ad for $795 and they're looking for a really cheap $200 wax, they're not going to click on the ad, they're not going to waste their time. And then the people that do click through, they're going to be a lot more qualified because if they see that price point, they're fine with it, they still submit their information, they're a lot more serious of a lead. And what you can do is you can close them in, book them in at that $795 price point. Once you're in person, you can upsell them further from there. So you can explain to them, hey, if you go with this longer year coating, or I think you should go with this level of paint correction, or you should think about rims coating, adding on windshield coating, etc. So you can always upsell them from there, but they're at least qualified at your base price point. So as a result, the leads, they're way more financially qualified, they're way higher intent, and they're way easier to close. So that's in terms of the financial qualifier. The other thing is also the type of ad that you're running specifically. So what happens a lot of times is a lot of companies will run these very generic image style ads like this. And what happens is while ceramic coating is getting a lot more popular these days, there's still a lot of people out there that don't really know what it is or kind of how it works. So when they see an ad like this, it doesn't really explain the coding process. It doesn't explain the benefits of what it offers. It's just a picture of a shiny car. So people will sign up for it without even knowing what it is they're signing up for in the first place. And a lot of times, if it's a picture of a colorful car, like let's say a blue car, a red car, etc., they might click on this ad thinking that it's an ad for vinyl wrap when actually it's an ad for ceramic coating. So if you're a mobile detailer, you don't do vinyl wrap, then that's just like a whole waste of a lead, right? So what I would recommend instead is running the style ads that we like to run for Twain and our other clients as well, which is 30 to 60 second style video ads, which I'll see if I can play this, which explains how the coating process works, what it is, what are the benefits. So if you're looking to keep your car shiny protected for years, you should check out Professional Ceramic Coatings. We do several hours of paint polish to restore that show and shine. Then we seal that look with our ceramic coating while also protecting your car from X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z. So by the time someone goes through this 30, 60 second video and they're actually educated on the coding process, they're going to be way more serious and way more high intent of a lead than someone that just saw a picture like this for 2 seconds and then submitted their information without even knowing what they're signing up for, right? So that's how we're making sure the leads coming in are, number one, financially qualified, and then number two, they understand what they're signing up for, like they're actually interested in ceramic coating. The next part might be the income-based targeting or location-based income targeting. Now, This doesn't apply to all markets across the US, but depending on the market where you're based at, this can be really, really helpful as well. So for instance, what a lot of detailers and a lot of other marketing companies do when they're advertising for services like this is they'll just draw a really broad radius and they'll target anybody and everybody inside that radius. And what will happen is you're targeting anybody and everybody. So yes, you're getting in front of the qualified prospects, but you're also getting in front of prospects that come from a little bit less affluent areas. They don't have, the Mercedes, the BMWs, maybe they have like a really old, like 1992 truck. It's beat up, needs a lot of paint work, needs to go into the shop first before getting a ceramic coating done. They don't really have like the budget for the packages either, and they're kind of just like very, very tight on budget. They're price shopping around. Versus what we do instead is we actually have a software that will break down the service area by zip code, and then it will match the actual zip code to the household income in that area. So for instance, let's say for Antwain, Raleigh, North Carolina, we'll break it down by zip code, and then any zip codes where the household income is less than, let's say 60,000 a year or 70,000 a year, we're just gonna exclude those areas. That way we're only getting in front of people that have, more purchasing power. They have the nicer cars, Mercedes, BMWs, Rolls Royces, etc. They can afford ceramic and they're looking to splurge on something like this for their car, okay? So that's kind of the first part of things, making sure we're getting in front of leads that are qualified financially and are interested in the coatings. The part that happens after that is all the sales training, sales coaching that we have in the back end. So again, what kind of happens is most companies, they'll just give you leads and that's pretty much it. So what happens is the leads, they don't close, the leads cancel, they no-show, etc. What we really focus on instead is actually helping you guys close the highest percentage of those leads at the highest price point possible. So for instance, if you're running into an issue over the phones where people are telling you, hey, I'm really interested, but my car's in the shop for 2 weeks, or hey, I'm interested, but I'm going on vacation this month, call me back next month. We can work with you one-on-one to help you overcome those objections and really audit your sales process to the point where you are booking in at 15, 25%, just like Antwain, collecting deposits over the phone so that way we can avoid no-shows, cancellations, etc. And you guys are booking in the highest number of jobs possible. So as long as we're hitting those KPIs, let's say anywhere from a $6 to $12 cost per lead and a 15 to 25% booking rate on the ads or on the leads, then we're looking at a cost per acquisition of probably anywhere from like $30 to $50 for a $500 to $1,000 code job. And that's something that we can rinse and repeat again and again and again. And this is how we're getting these results for Antwain, as you can see right here. All right, and then also some of our other clients, as you can see up here. So